Episode 292 of the Too Thick Pod, your home for all things sports, cards, and levity. I am Jeremy, joined as usual by my son, Manny. Good
Hola,
evening,
Papa.
sir.
Hola,
¿Qué
Papa.
pasó, primo? ¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó, amigo? How's it been?
No mommies, wait, no mommies.
How's the weekend been? I'm excited that we're starting this new week with this live. Hopefully we get some questions in here, kind of directing us the right way because we don't have Courtney this time.
Oh, you know what? I don't have to argue, and I can speak my mind without getting dirty looks. So, not bad here. And you know
Yeah.
what? You know why Courtney's not here?
Why?
Because her ass is packing and on a whim decided she's going to Burbank. So she's out living the hobby life that I dream of having one day. And I'm just living vicariously through her.
So Courtney culture collision comes back for a weekend, and now she's going to the Burbank in California. Wow.
Now, mind you, when we got back from vacation, we left Christmas Day and we went to Florida and we were out there until the new year. The
Yep.
following weekend, I sent her ass up north for like a weekend getaway. Like, hey, mom, I know, preparing for the holidays, keeping all these kids in line, making sure Santa properly, stuffed the stocking, presents under the tree, good food. You need to go relax.
Yep.
And now, you just stamp the passport. Where is Courtney at any given day and time? You know what I mean?
Yep. And she's gonna get used to that. She's gonna want to go to every Dallas show. We're going to Mint next month. Then it's gonna be Nationals right around the corner. She's spoiled the first 6 months of the year.
Well, so check this out. So like we as Reckless Cards, we've got Burbank this week, Chicago, the Skyline Athletics show the following week, Lansing the following week, and then the following week, your boy's going to PSA. So I'll be making my way out to California.
Are you missing Shipshawana?
No.
Because Shipshawana is the following weekend after Lansing.
Yeah,
right?
So it would be so I've got Shipshawana in there too.
Okay, so you are busy too for the next like 5 weekends.
Yeah, dude, it is insane, but it's fun, man. And you know what I like is Courtney's getting some of the much deserved accolades and recognition for what she does. And like just a reminder, we don't take any money from anything that we've done yet. Now, if somebody wants to put a couple coins in my pocket, let's talk. Holler at your boy. Maybe we can work something out. But everything is, just goodwill, truly wanting to be a participant in this space and loving the community. And from a cost perspective, it all just comes out of our pockets. So it's fun, man. It's cool.
I did. I haven't told you this, but I did get some kudos for you guys. I was talking to someone with card. I'm not going to name their name, but they're like, I'm glad you aligned yourself with Reckless. They're great family. They're always willing to give their shirt off their backs, give stuff for the kids, trying to grow the hobby. And I was like, I think Jeremy's kind of lucky to have me, right? And they just looked at me. It's like, yeah, I think he got the short end of the stick on that one.
Yeah, dude, it's been wild. Like the people who say nice things about us is pretty damn cool. It never gets old, and it's always surreal when it happens. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of cool to be in a spot where, we're doing something that we love, talking about cards, and you create these relationships, or you say something that makes somebody think, or you say something that entertains them and makes them laugh, which makes me feel good because I don't think I say anything intelligent, but I think once in a while I can get somebody to smile. So that's like, there's my value add to the world.
Oh yeah, same here. I sound like an idiot, but at least you guys can laugh at me, so I'm happy with that. And you guys can laugh at what I buy and what I don't make money on. Did you so we didn't have any card shows this weekend that we went to, but I actually did some card hobby things. I don't know what Reckless did, but like for me, I drove to Kalamazoo and met our boys in TNT. They let me come on their day off to drop off some TCG cards. Shout out Bro Namath to get graded for BGS.
So let me ask you this. It's not really a day off if they're working, my friend.
Well, you told me they're closed on Saturday, and then I DM'd them. They're like, "Yeah, we're not going to shows. Come on through." So
Well, I was trying to spare them because you probably just like came in there and then they're like, all right, when is this guy going to leave? And you overstayed your welcome and it was probably uncomfortable and awkward for everybody. So I was trying to spare them from that, but apparently you just kind of showed up and were there.
yeah, they said Tyler was like, "If you ever want to get rid of Jeremy, I'm available." I got all these cards and content idea. No, I'm joking. No,
Yeah,
it was fun. They were he was showing me the backlog they have to do to review. Their industry's getting bigger and bigger, and we're happy that this is happening to them because, like you said, they're kind of like the unknown of the hobby, but they're still growing. And just imagine how big they could become.
they're massive.
I know.
They are absolutely massive, and they're to your point, they're unknown. So I always there's two people in Michigan I refer people to for grading. Harvebo Cards,
Mhm.
shout out Adam. He does an awesome job. One man band, kicks ass, reviews the whole shebang, just like them, and TNT. And so, depending on where somebody lives, if they're probably like Detroit Metro or just downriver, I'm going to say, hey, man, check out Adam. If they are anywhere else or they've got like large volume, I might say, depending on if it, TNT. I try to I try to depending on what their need. I try to like, hey, there's two people that we use readily available. You make your own decision. I'm not like I just they do right by me.
Oh yeah. Well, the crazy thing is Tyler, being the guy he is, was reviewing them as we're talking. The guy was like, "Yeah, don't grade this one. Don't grade this one." I'm just getting them back as I'm there, which is awesome. Like I didn't expect that, because he was like, "Do you want me to just send them in?" Because usually TCG cards are really, you know, they're known for their quality being excellent. And he's like, "Nah, never mind. Let me look at them real quick." So he took the time out of his busy schedule just to look at them real quick.
So let me ask you this: what did you rip? Was it a fun rip? And how many cards did you submit?
So actually bought. So there's this TCG game coming out in April. It involves different animes, like 6 different animes. Um, they came out with these promo packs, and they're only released in Japan. So I bought the promo packs. I bought 10 of them. Got them here, ripped them open. There's 3 separate cards, with 3 different animes, and basically, so 30 cards I sent to BGS. And the reason why I got promo packs, well, of course, Bro Namath helped me out with that, and he had a post. So he posted about those promo packs. Hence, when he said I'd give everyone how to be successful, it's just you got to do the work. He posted those and said he's sending them to BGS, which is their promo packs. And then I texted him, and he was like, these promo packs, they're only one run of them. They're never going to come back. And if you were able to get these promo packs graded before the actual TCG game comes out, the players of the TCG community are going to want the promo packs because it means something to them. So I hopefully mine come back. I think mine's coming back in, they say 60 days, but it usually takes 30 for BGS.
So was it a fun rip?
It was fun because I knew they're the same 3 cards, but the first couple packs, it's cool because it's like I watched the show. I've watched 2 out of the 3 shows, so it's cool to see the little characters. I mean, right here's the card right here. So this is one of them that didn't get passed through on non-gradable. This guy's on Demon Slayer. He's the main character on Demon Slayer. Bro Name told you to watch it, but I bet you did it. And the 2 out of the 30 are non-gradable. So Tyler and we sent some to PSA and some to BGS. He said if they're not going to BGS 10 or Black Label, let's send them to PSA. They might get 10. So that is the big thing about Tyler and TNT. They suggest where you should grade your cards, which is big.
I think yeah, we mentioned that earlier, and I don't want this to turn into a TNT commercial. I
No, no.
mean, give them their accolades, give them their props. They do kick ass, but then soon we'll be on card porn for pumping and shilling
Oh
for some
no.
business or
This is
getting
just my
dragged.
it's my experience because
No, no,
that's what I did this Saturday.
so one thing I was going to compliment you on is you took action, which I'm a big believer of. I think oftentimes we get down when we're not having a good experience or we're waiting for our cards to pop or I always feel like there's something that you can be doing, whether it's sorting cards, it could be getting listings ready on, eBay, submitting those cards you've been sitting on, sending stuff to ComC, which we have an update. I want to update people about my ComC experience. I thought the one thing for you, which has been a complete change, is you would have a plan or an idea, you would get the cards, and then there would be this halt, and there would be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks. You got these cards, you opened them, you ripped them, and then you drove out there and got them delivered like immediately. So, not that my opinion means anything, but from a proud father to his son, I thought that was good action, man. I think that's improvement.
Yeah, the next step is actually like if I know a player is going to go off in his market, I should buy him. Remember, I was telling you about Jalen Hurts? That's another thing that I was thinking about all summer before, probably in the national. I was telling everyone to buy Jalen Hurts, but guess who wasn't buying him? Me, because I was nervous about buying Jalen Hurts after I told you to buy him.
Okay, so you didn't say buy Jalen
No,
Hurts.
no, 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 no.
You suggested that it might be a good play. Point being is like a couple of wins underneath your belt, all of a sudden the confidence is up, you're feeling yourself, you're getting gem mint tens back, you're selling cards. Like I think that's cool, man. And I'm sure you're gonna feel a lot better. Like we all can say that the hobby's fun and we like hanging out, we all like that. But if you're getting your ass kicked left and right and your cards suck and nobody wants them and they're
Yep.
terrible grades, that's not fun. It feels
No,
good to hit a home run once in a while and turn 20 into 200 or 5 into 50, whatever that may be.
for sure. I mean, it feels good that I was able to sell a couple cards to actually get my PC player too, like what you do with Patrick Williams and all that. Look, check this out. I know I posted this, but I got it in the mail today. My Nomar
Yeah.
flawless out of 10, and it's got like that, that jewel, that pearl or whatever diamond in it. So I don't even know what that is, but I was pumped about it. Who's
I,
blinded?
I oh my goodness.
So did you
Sorry. So go ahead.
did you end up buying anything this week?
I did. So we were in Virginia and I was all over the state, man. I landed in Richmond. I went east, I went north, I went west. And so like I was like, hollering at people on Twitter and I'm like, give me the spots. So there was one show on Friday where I had already booked my hotel to be near the airport, that there was going to be another show the following day. So I missed out on the show. But the coolest thing is Phil GMO, and if I'm getting his handle wrong, my apologies. My man was like, "Hey, dude, roll through the show. Nitro's on me."
That's awesome.
So I have no idea who the hell this person is, but they're like, "Hey, we're gonna come correct. We're gonna hook you up with the Nitro." And I was like, "Damn, I almost want to go. I want to go back up there." So let
Yeah.
me let me tell you the story. So my daughter, she got to ride with me. She interns at the company, and she like just totally embracing traveling. She loves all that goes with it. Well, I'm a little bit of a snob, so she got to experience the Delta Sky Lounge. She got to experience like first class, and then when we went to get the rental car, I asked for a premium truck, and because we were going to be looking at some work, and they didn't have it, so they asked me like, "You're executive or Emerald, right?" And I'm just like, I fronted. I'm like, "Hell yeah, I am." So like, you can take whatever you want since we don't have the truck. So I was like, "What do you think?" So do we put this Audi that made Bro Namus Porsche look like a monster truck? I'm like, I was sitting in the back seat of this thing, and I'm not a speed demon or whatever. But the kid was like, I'm like, "Hey man, you want to drive?" And so she was cruising around Virginia up and down the highway in the Audi, just like living the life, man. But I say all that. We made it a point Saturday before catching our flight to find a local card shop. And as we do, we like to go and talk to the people, try to buy something. And so I got in and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's in a mall. They just had kids' night the night before. They had arcade machines up and there were some cool cards, but I'm like, a lot of like, $5 to $50 cards. I'm like, there's got to be something. And so I asked the guy, I'm like, where's the heat at, bro? Where's the fire? And shout out to Rob from 3 Point. He goes, he got out his Zion case and he was packing. He's going to Burbank this week. And so he started pulling stuff out. Boom, boom, boom. So ultimately, I walked away with a Jordan, Kobe, Kevin Garnett game used mem card, PSA 7, Pop 2, only 24 and higher or something. scooped that up for, 300 bucks. I think it was like 300. And so it was cool, man. Got to meet somebody new within the hobby. And get this, I'm asking questions. Guess Richmond, Virginia. Guess what his number one seller is?
Who? Oh, I heard about it on the thing, so I'm not gonna say it. I was watching your live.
Odell Beckham Jr. They
Yeah,
cannot keep OBJ
that's crazy.
in. Hey, cousins, shout out to you guys. You guys are all over the place. You must be getting ready to jump on another podcast and accidentally stumbled across this channel, so we appreciate it. But yeah, little Amelia is she's earning a little bit of coin and she's starting to understand the power of money. She'll be the only kid I know that Cord will make dinner. She's like, "Nah, mom, I'm good. I got DoorDash being delivered right now."
Well, didn't she just get some? She's turning into a sneakerhead too. Didn't you say she
Yeah,
had bought like 5 sneakers last
yeah,
week?
the other night she was at her friend's house and she was messaging me Jay's like, and I'm like, "You pick whatever you want, man."
That's awesome. No, that
Hmm.
so that like Instagram algorithm is a bitch, by the way. You went into that card like store, and now popped up on my Instagram was their card store. So I was like looking at all their videos. So my new game plan for Thicc is I'm just gonna yell Thicc in like restaurants and everything. Thicc pod, and maybe it'll catch some type of algorithm for people on their phones.
Why not? I think the consistent posting and all that stuff also helps
Oh yeah, that's
to
true
to
too.
get you up there. Yeah, but it was wild, dude. I didn't even know OBJ was like relevant unless you went to like LSU or you were like a Giants fan. But smack dab in the middle of Virginia, he can't keep OBJ.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, there's no connection, right? He was born in like Louisiana, right?
I know he went to LSU,
Yeah, I
right?
think he was born in Louisiana. Now you're gonna have me look.
Well,
Oh,
let's go, Sherlock. Let's solve the mystery. It's a
yeah,
who done it.
yeah. He was born in Baton Rouge.
Okay, so yeah, I have no idea what the connection is, but it was cool to see another. This was somebody very similar to Mark's Card Shop, who we had on, when he pulled the Mac Jones 101.
Mm-hmm.
This guy quit his full time job, opened a hobby store. He spends his days like driving all over Virginia looking for wax and doing kind of the same thing that a lot of us are doing, buying and selling, flipping, selling singles on whatnot, and trying to give back to the kids and grow the community. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that they had like a trade night, like the night
Yeah.
before. That's cool. And I saw the videos, and they're just giving away stuff like Mark's Cards does as well. So it's cool to have card shops that are actually, you could tell the ones that generally mean like good for the hobby, not just there for the money. Money's good, but
Yeah, I think it's a cool space. And one thing that we talk about a lot off the air, and we met like when you mentioned TNT, and I am so happy for those guys. I am so I'm grateful for their friendship. I'm grateful for the service they provide. That's what brought us together. I'm very particular in the way I want to operate. I want clear, concise data. I want high level communication. I want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do, and if they can't hold up to it, and they've always done that. And we experienced everything from 504 Frank or 502 Frank, whatever his name is, Nash Cards, Sports Card Mafia, like any grading service out there, we tried, or bulk submitter. And no knock on them. It's just, when they're local, I love the fact that I can go, like on Wednesday, I'm going to go drop off a grip of cards and I'm going to pick up a grip of cards. I like having that convenience. But something that I think gets lost in the hobby is somebody else being successful is not a knock on you. Like I wish there was more people celebrating other people's wins. Seeing cousins everywhere. I'm happy for them. That's
mhm.
awesome. That doesn't make you and I any less. I mean, we're already dog shit at the bottom of a shoe.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like, I don't know, it's like a weird competition where you're not like winning anything. Like I'm sure there's people who they need this to pay their bills, and so you've got that sort of competitiveness from business operator. But I just like I'm happy for people. I'm happy when you do good. I'm happy when somebody buys a card from me and makes a killing. I'm happy when somebody has a great idea and it pops. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's just weird.
I think we just see this podcast too as like our card hobby therapy with one another, because I call you on a daily and you're just like, hey, wait till the podcast. So this is like my therapy. I get to talk to someone in the hobby. So that's why I enjoy it. I don't need money. Yeah, it's cool to grow, but I'm happy for other people's success as well.
So unlike you, I do need money. I've got a family, and I can't
Yeah,
just do
right.
whatever the hell it is you
Yeah,
do and pay your
look at
bills.
behind
Like
you.
I need
Look at the
what?
sign. I'm buying. I'm buying. Saying I need money. You have a buying sign behind you.
Well, maybe we're. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at these things. I don't even know what the hell's going on. 8K cameras just laying around everywhere. Slabs all over God's green earth. God, man, I got to buy and sell some cards to pay for this stuff.
Exactly.
Until that sponsorship money comes through.
Exactly. Just sell your feet on Feet Finder. You'll be fine.
Dude, my toes are so jacked up. My feet, I broke my feet all the time playing baseball. I used to foul balls off my feet all the time. My toes, I ran over. Like, my feet are jacked.
Someone's into that. There's
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
mean,
people.
look at that. Like, I was breaking bones so often that I just stopped getting the shit fixed. That's like, what the hell's the point? It's just gonna break again. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This shit fucking takes a left in Albuquerque. My nose. I broke my nose 4 times, dude. And I am telling you, here, you want a fun story? I was 6'4", probably like 235 at the time. So I was pretty lean relative to where I'm at now. I had broken my nose playing football. I got a concussion. I got my shit just rocked. So my friend calls me and he's like, hey man, I'm in a bad spot. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I go to this house party, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm screwed, bro. I can't point anybody. Nobody gets where they're supposed to be going if I'm pointing in the right direction. So I'm like, I show up. This is my friend, right? And what you do when a friend reaches out, you go. And so I see all these people that are familiar faces. And he rolled with a different crowd than I, but it's my best friend. And all of a sudden, this biker gang. Now, mind you, I'm a 17, 18, 19-year-old, loudmouth, think I have the world figured out. Ultimately, little boy. These dudes jumped my friend and started whipping his ass. So without hesitation, no, I'm being dead serious. I grabbed somebody and I threw him through a wall. Dude, I am telling you, I'm like collar of the shirt, ass of the pants, like back of the pants, and then like, like torquing whip through a wall, bro. No, hold on. Through a wall. Don't worry. This is not a positive ending. This is not. Through a wall. Dude, within 20 seconds, I was in the corner of the room getting the shit kicked out of me. Like, I'm talking so bad that, like, once a year I wake up in a sweat having a nightmare from, like, and this is like 20 years ago. So, anyway, this dude was, like, apparently attempting to be the next Justin Tucker and was practicing field goals with my face. So, apparently, like, if you're going to get taken out, you take somebody with you and then you protect. Well, I must not have been there. He broke my nose. He kicked my nose so hard he broke it like kind of straight. Now if you see, this shit's at an angle too. So I fucking was treating my face like a Mr. Potato Head and tried to fucking put my nose in the eye socket.
I mean, the moral of the story is you got a titanium head.
No, man.
Your dome is very hard.
No, man, that is I had nightmares for a little bit. I was not in a very positive headspace. I couldn't understand why this happened to me, and yeah, not cool. So I also don't associate with any of those folks anymore.
Well,
this is true. This is true, and I probably shouldn't say this. Courtney's probably gonna be mad, but one of the people who did get the better of me ended up killing somebody later in life. So to put in perspective, like. I'm lucky that a broken nose is all your boy had to deal with.
Yeah, so the outcome of that is you bought a Harley and you wanted to join a biker gang after that, but couldn't park your bike.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so I did buy a Harley. Okay, now I just connected a dot. So I'm not a scared person. I think sometimes you're in certain situations, like you try to avoid bad situations, and sometimes whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You can't control it. So later in life, mid 20s, I was like, I never rode a motorcycle. I thought it would be cool. I wanted one, so I went and bought a Dyna Super Glide. Never even rode a motorcycle, right? And so the guy, and it was probably like nine or $10,000, which at the time, and still a lot of damn money. And I bought the thing cash. And so I was gonna, and the what I conned myself into believing was gas was outrageous, and I used to have to drive like 80 to 100 miles one way for work. So I'm like, I'm gonna save so much money. I'm gonna take the motorcycle,
Mm-hmm.
like knowing that I lived in Northwest Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago where it rains, there's cold weather. Turns out I'm a complete and total bitch and don't like. I only liked riding if it was perfect, but I didn't know how to ride, so I took the Harley course, which was a complete and utter disaster because I dumped my bike trying to like weave, not the weave, but the 90-degree turn. I fucking dumped my motorcycle like 8 times. So embarrassed. So anyway, after an extended period of time, I became a serviceable rider. I wouldn't say I was a great rider, but I made it a point. I would only do like local trips to the park. I would go out, and so Court and I used to ride on Sunday mornings. It was peaceful. Nobody else was on the road. We go get breakfast. Well, we were living in a condo, and next to it was like a biker bar. Real nice condo, but then there was this biker bar. And so we went like on a Sunday, and we were right there, so we stopped, and we were gonna play a slot machine because gambling would just like been legalized, and have a drink. Well, all of a sudden you hear like the like just obnoxious, and there must have been 75, 100 motorcycles, doesn't matter. And the bartender said something to me, and I knew it was directed at me, but I didn't know what she said. And I looked outside, and it turns out that I had parked my motorcycle the opposite of the way you're supposed to park the motorcycle. So now I have all these bikers looking at me, and I promise you, I do not get scared. I do not get nervous. I duck walked my bike, which is something, it's like embarrassing. You don't duck walk your bike, you just like take off. And I am telling you, one left and one left, I'm in my condo in 30 seconds. I duck walked and I made a right because the bike was facing that way. And I drove and I went 15 minutes out of my way to work my way around. And in this moment, while we're talking about all this stuff, it's probably because it was bikers that bit my ass the first time. And I'm like, that's a group of people. I am, yes, sir. Allow me to get the hell out of your way.
That's awesome. See, it's your therapy too. You just connect some dots.
Unbeknownst to me, man. Unbeknownst to me.
Oh,
damn
that's
bikers.
perfect. You brought up your ComC. You brought up your ComC. Can't even talk right now. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Just imagine you. Imagine you going duck walking out of that.
Dude.
Oh,
You know what's doing is like, Courtney and I were just like dating. So I hadn't even locked her down yet. You know what I mean? I was still like, she still thought I was the play. She thought I was the kid.
yeah.
So
Until you start duck
but
walking.
let me be clear. I read Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, and I'm going to go out to say that those bikers did nothing wrong, that I'm accountable for my own actions. I shouldn't have hung out with bad people, and I shouldn't have defended the person that did. So I'm responsible for getting my own ass kicked. Shout out bikers.
You did throw one into a wall, so that's a good story.
My bad. I shouldn't have done that. I overreacted. I was trying to protect a friend. He's an idiot too. To hell with him. Shout out bikers.
You got nervous. The viewer count went up a little bit. And you thought bikers were coming into our live after you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what bikers do. They sit around waiting for middle-aged white guys to talk about, sports cards so they can jump in and harass us.
Yeah. So ComC, what was your update for ComC?
Dude, they sent me a very nice email. They let me know that they received my package and my cards, and then gave me an estimated login date of like early May. Mm-hmm. And so that's great because I've got cards at Star Stock. I never hear from those fools except that they're going to charge me money for having my money and having my cards, even though not really what I signed up for. So
yeah, Will MBT Sports Cards. He texted me this weekend. Someone made an offer on his cards on Star Stock, and he got an email. He's like, I didn't even know I had cards there still. He said, I totally forgot. So it makes me wonder how many people have forgotten about their cards at Star Stock. And there could be, since grading came down, I'm wondering if there could be a play where you buy some of these cards at cheaper prices to grade.
I went on Star Stock to see what I had, and I was trying to figure out like what makes the most sense. How do I get these home, or how do I sell them? And then I was like, man, there might be a buying opportunity. But then I placed a couple of offers and I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, I think this is a platform that probably most people
Yeah,
don't even look at anymore. Like, do they even break at all, or are they strictly like an NFT company, or what do they do now?
they're probably not an NFT anymore. They're probably went to something else. Um, no, so yeah, ComC, me for example, I got that same message as you, but a week later. I wonder if they're going to take the whole time, like the estimated time. There is one con though, Jeremy, for ComC, and I do want to point it out. There's so many pros. The one con, it's kind of on me. I sent Rui cards, a lot of numbered cards, because I was buying up Rui um, during the hype of the market because I thought Rui was the guy. I watched him at Gonzaga. He looked really good. Then he didn't play at Washington. He gets traded to the Lakers, and now his cards are skyrocket, and they're just sitting at ComC, and I can't sell them right now until May.
So, do you think he's not going to be good anymore?
I think he's going to have a starting role, but the time to sell Rui was, if you're going to sell him, is during that trade hype. Kind of like if Kobe White
If
got
you,
traded. It'd be like if Kobe White got traded. There's going to be a spike in his market right when he gets traded. If it's to a big team,
yeah,
market.
no, I completely, I completely understand. I mean, how much really are we talking?
I mean, I had some out of 10s, out of 75 screen select. Like I was buying Rui left and right.
Green is shit.
I know.
Nobody likes green cards unless it's like a Celtics color match.
Yeah, I don't get that. Do you know why?
I don't know. I don't care for green cards either. I don't find them to be very appealing unless it's a color match for a jersey with green.
But people like some weird colors. Like I'm not an orange guy, but people eat up the orange uh for soccer. I mean, is that because it's out of 25?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've always noticed that though because I've got a couple of I'm looking like right now I've got a couple P Wills out of 5, and if I had to get rid of P Wills, the greens would be the first to go.
I don't get it. I don't honestly don't because I'm a Michigan State guy, so I love green. So maybe there's
Sure.
an opportunity for me to buy all the green cards.
Yeah. I take that back. The dragon scale looks cool just because of the print, but everything else, like the green ice, the green shimmer, the just green or the retail green, all just looks ugly. But I think that has more to do with the fact that he's wearing red, red and white, black, red and white. Some combination of that green just doesn't
Yeah,
look good on it.
makes sense. Makes sense. It just seems like a whole hobby in general hates that like color.
Let me, I don't know, man. Just not my cup of tea. I've never put much thought into it. I'm aware of it. Like I get like these cards and people like try to sell it. I'm like, oh, awesome. And I see it's green. I'm like, yeah, if it's not Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum, you know, go ahead and miss me with that.
You you know what we're missing tonight? Um the extended bidding.
Extended bidding at PWCC.
Yeah, so it was supposed to they came out with their new system of how you don't have to bid before extended bidding because in the past you had to make your
I
quote.
hate so much. I hate it so damn much.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. Is it because they want to get more eyeballs on it? Like for
Yeah,
example,
hell yeah.
for you though, Courtney doesn't like green either. Hi, Courtney.
What's up, girl? You like them greens in your wallets?
Oh, um, I don't get why they actually changed it because it kind of it helped you guys, like you for example, because you put in the work and check the comps beforehand, put your bid in, and it kind of limited the people that did extended bidding um, for you. You know, now people don't have to put in the work until the end, and they could look at 10 o'clock on Sunday and see, oh, this card's at 80%. Let me bid on it, or at 70%. Let me bid on it. It kind of gets your option of you working hard during the week.
I did. I normally bid. Not that I intend to win, but I'm active in between 100 to 150 bids on a weekly basis. And this week I bid on like a grand total of 5 cards, and I'm like, you know what? This is stupid because some bozo who's not going to put in the work can come in and snipe it at the end and keep dragging it out. So hopefully it's a one-time thing. I understand why they do it, and if you're selling, you want more people on it. But as somebody who is making nice, easy money over there, just buying, getting it, turning around, putting on eBay, that impacts my bottom line. So not a huge fan.
How do you feel about people? Because now it gives the opportunity. I don't know if it was happening in the past, and I'm not accusing of anybody, but it kind of makes it easier to shill, right? Your card particular, if you're selling, is not at a particular like what you wanted at during the time it's about to end. You could easily just bid it.
What would stop somebody from doing that in the first place?
Putting out like, I don't know if you would want to put your offer bid in early, right? I mean, they could. The seller of the card could put their bid in early and then just wait.
I don't know how real. I think sometimes just shilling becomes like a lazy thing people say.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken with anybody directly or dealt with anybody directly that's had an issue getting paid through PWCC. And any of the cards that I look at, because my key searches are like the same 20 to 30 searches on a weekly basis, I'm not seeing the same cards
Okay.
post up and up again. And I know that they've talked about in the past on other pods where if there is any sort of shilling, that person's automatically blocked and they don't have to wait for eBay to take action. And through their tech, they're able to kind of manage that. So I'm not sure how real of an issue shilling is on PWCC.
Well, I'm curious what happened with the tech. I don't know if they just did something where it didn't work yesterday, but now I think you still bid on cards right now if you were able to go find a deal, right? And you could bid on anything you want.
Well, it's like if you go to conspiracy theory land on Twitter or Instagram with the hobby, which is rapid and everywhere, it's because they weren't getting the numbers they wanted. So let's drag it out another night.
I saw that.
It could also just be like with anything else, technology sometimes fails, and maybe that was it. So
Yeah, shout out to all the
you have
people
to,
you follow.
if you think about it, Kyle, what's good, man? If you think about it, they've described themselves as a tech company.
Yep.
So I don't think a company that describes themselves as a tech company is going to have their tech or software fail because of one bad auction. And
Yeah.
I looked so little at that auction, I don't even know what the big cards were. I just know that there wasn't a Patrick Williams 1 of 1. I know that they're letting any lazy slouch get in there and steal the cards from me. So that auction was dead to me. And I hope it's just for 1 month. I don't know if that's all time or what the deal is.
They'll probably review it to see how the sales went, and if it doesn't meet criteria, they'll probably go back to the extended bidding. I prefer the extended, like how it was in the past, because if you put in the work, you could find the deals, and it kind of limits that now. Shout out to our Twitter followers, our conspiracy theorists out there. We follow the most random people on Twitter. It's hilarious. I love Twitter.
Twitter's a different world from Instagram, man. And I feel like I am a piece of shit when it comes to social media, and I'm not an expert in any, but I dabble enough in both of them to see the stark difference between the two. And
It's
so
so
like
go ahead.
no, it's just like when people like talk about it, it's like it's very real. It's different on both sides, man.
Oh, you get some random stuff like Twitter. Like I said, Twitter seems like the conspiracy theory app, while IG seems like the business. Like it seems like more corporate, more of like the higher ups in the hobby are in IG, and then you go you go into Twitter and it just turns into conspiracy land, and I love it because that's where I get my stuff half the time. Where you call me crazy.
I read the same stuff. I probably have gravitated towards Twitter over the last couple months just because I like being able to read a thread and that's usually what grabs my attention. Um, Instagram is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. That's Courtney's
I
land
don't know.
right there. Courtney's our IG person. Shout out Courtney and TikTok. um, we went 40 minutes and we haven't talked about the biggest news in the hobby this week, and that's Fanatics going live stream. How do you feel about that? Indifferent?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. I think it's like a handbook when you start a hobby podcast that you have to discuss certain topics that when you really think about it have no impact on my life at all. And the fact that I choose to allocate time, energy, and effort to talk about something that has no impact on me, it's kind of goofy. I really don't. We don't even sell on Whatnot anymore. So
Yeah, but you don't have to sell. Like, I feel like there's buying opportunities. And the start of this Fanatics journey, there's not going to be a lot of buyers on there, right?
there's buying opportunities everywhere.
Well, yeah, but
How many discords are you in?
I'm in not as many as you. I'm in a couple.
I'm in two. I'm in two.
Two?
And how often do you check the buy sell trade basketball, football, soccer, baseball?
No, but that shit's going off nonstop.
No, I'm asking you how often do you check it?
Just what we need another buying platform.
Again, how often do you check it?
I check it probably once a day at night.
All okay.
Not
How
yeah,
often do you check Twitter?
probably
How
multiple.
many different buy sell trade groups are you in on Twitter?
Like 5.
Okay. Instagram story sales.
Instagram, I don't do a lot of like the buy sell. That's more
Okay.
content.
eBay,
eBay, I'm on a lot.
PWCC,
Now it's just once a day, once a week, right? I could go check at 10.
Gold, Golden,
Never. I can never navigate that system.
ComC.
Now, yes, more.
But how often are you checking those on a daily basis?
None.
Okay, so why are you excited about another fucking platform? Because you have platforms readily available
Well,
that if you're looking for easy arbitrage opportunities, they're right there for you. So what's Fanatics creating an online site going to do that's any different? You can do it on Whatnot.
yeah, Whatnot, I do. Yeah.
I go to Whatnot and go for newest channels for somebody who's trying to build their audience and is willing to take a hit to grow their audience. There you go. Boom. Easy arbitrage opportunity.
Courtney's ganging up on me in the chat. This is crazy. I thought Courtney I was gonna take it easy this live, and I'm still
Thank
getting
you.
on it.
Exactly. My slabs, like there's just so many of them that oof,
Did you see
oof.
this? Did you see this Cam Thompson cards? They're going off because of 91 points.
There's a Discord that I'm in where somebody's been trying to sell Cam Thomas cards for like the last week. He had like 20 of them. Like he had like the Cam Thomas, like he had his version of Patrick Williams with Cam Thomas.
Did you see? So Saucy from Double Coverage was telling me about Cam Thompson forever ago, and it was because of the rumors of Kyrie leaving and KD leaving, and if he actually gets some playing time, he's actually really good. And I was like, "There's no way! Look at this, dude's a
No,
monster."
let's go back. I don't care about that. Let's go back. You want another
No, no,
selling
no, no, no. We
platform
got
or
chance.
a platform to buy from. So
Garrett
please
gave
school
me an
me.
out, and you're bringing me back in.
No. Garrett's just good people just making good conversation. So tell me, you're all excited about this new Fanatics platform. Tell me how it's going to work.
I'm just excited of change. They're Fanatics. I mean, they literally bought up everything except Panini. So I'm just curious how this live stream is
So
going to work.
they literally didn't buy up everything.
Yes, they did. They bought up all the licensing for football, basketball. They have tops. I mean, what's Panini now going to have? Soccer? I'd rather have top soccer.
There you go.
So
But
I'm
I mean, you
excited.
said
I'm
literally.
excited
I'm
because
not
of this.
sure.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so explain to me. What are you excited about? You're excited to
Well,
make
this
it a
is just
platform. Let's not confuse activity with accomplishment. What? So they have a
no.
platform. How is that going to enrich your life? Please.
It's not going to enrich my life, but it's going to produce like different, like there's going to be a butterfly effect on this. Like they're going to have to get dealers. So you're going to see people sign with Fanatics. You're going to see the breakers go to Fanatics. You're going to see distributors start going to Fanatics. Like, it's not just like this is happening. There's going to be a butterfly effect, and they're going to get the biggest people in the hobby to come to their platform. And I'm curious on what's going to happen to Whatnot, the big plat people on Whatnot, if they're going to go to Fanatics or stay with Whatnot, because it is competition.
What about Drip? What about Network? How much time have you spent on those platforms?
Never, none. But they're not the same as Fanatics. Fanatics is literally have all, like, they're the ones that are in control of the hobby. So it's kind of a bigger news in that aspect. Courtney's just rambling on. She's just trying to find more and more people.
I just love there's just like a fucking giant pickle, and I agree with the giant pickle.
Do you even know who that is?
I agree. Yeah, that's Garrett, man.
No. What profile? What pickle is that?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's Pickle Rick. See, Garrett,
What the hell is Pickle Rick?
Rick and Morty. Get up on your television. You watch Rick and Morty once in your lifetime. Look at Courtney.
No, hard pass on that. I'm busy looking at all these platforms, trying to find the arbitrage opportunity, not bitching and moaning on a podcast, hoping for more that ultimately I'm not going to do anything with. There's a difference between you and I, friend.
No. I never said I was hoping for more. I said there is a news factor of it. You said, why do we have to talk about it? Well, because it's kind of like the it of the hobby right now, because there's a butterfly effect for this.
You quit saying butterfly effect, and you haven't told me one thing that's exciting. Like, what are you going to do with it? How is it going to help you get no more cards?
No, I'll get my no more cards on eBay. Maybe bring eyeballs off of it.
Okay. So how's it going to help you sell cards?
It's not going to help me sell cards.
So what the hell are you excited about, man?
I never said I was excited. I said it's news that Fanatics was doing the live.
No, you said it's excited. Then you went on your whole thing. They're like, literally, they own everything. You did say that.
Well, it's exciting to see the cause and effect of what this is. Like, you're going to see stuff in the next couple months of people going on to Fanatics. No?
Is this the same Fanatics that were selling the shitty Zion slabs that were like $49 and they were trying to sell them for $179? Is that? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Maybe more people can get ripped off. To tell me something good about this platform that I should be excited about.
I never said it was not good. I don't know. I never went into the platform.
So you're excited about something just based on the name, man. Because it says Fanatics.
Huh?
Well, I'm just trying to have a civilized conversation, understand your point of view, and educate myself. I'm asking legitimate questions. This is you. They go, literally everything. Literally. Butterfly effect. That's a butterfly effect. Butterfly effect. Butterfly effect.
Courtney, I can't afford Heritage Auction. I know you guys can, but I can't. All those Mickey Mantles on there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Well,
I got the thickest of the week. And I bought it on Whatnot. There you go. On Whatnot. All right, now she called me Steve.
Oh no, but what if Fanatics comes? Aren't the Whatnot people gonna leave? They're gonna be sad?
Call me Steven. It's over now. Now she's making fun of me, Rick and Morty. This is tough.
What the hell's Rick and Morty?
It's a show. All right. Thickest of the week. I bought you a card, and this is how you treat me. It's a cheap card, so I don't even know if you like the player, but I'm a defensive end guy. I used to love watching them in football. This guy played for your Bears for a short period of time, and he had a mullet. His nickname, he was a cowboy, space cowboy, wore number 69. I'm assuming, I hope you like the player. Here's his rookie, not rookie year, but the first year with the Vikings. But I got you a Bears Jared Allen 69 for our too thick PC. I don't know how you feel about him. I hope you like him. I know he played a lot of times with the Vikings and sacked you guys a lot, but that dude's awesome. I don't know if you've ever heard his story or heard him talk about his mullet. And he reminds me of like George Kittle or the Bosa brothers right now.
I appreciate the Jared Allen card, my friend.
You hate
very kind of you.
No. See, I never think of you. I never buy a Bulls. I'm not buying Chicago anymore. This is bull crap.
I get you the player that you shouted out, Memphis Depay. I get you a Gem Mint 10 version, and you come back with an
No, no, no.
off-brand player who I
This
don't care
isn't an
about and try to
off-brand
pawn it
player.
off. It
No,
is.
it's
It's Topps
R2 Thicc.
Platinum. Nobody's buying Topps Platinum.
This is sick. And it's for our 2 Thicc collection.
No, for the two thick collection, that's fine, but he's not exactly really thick. He was like an end that was in relatively
No,
good
he
shape.
was thick. And thick is not just, it's a lifestyle. We've talked about this.
Okay.
You're going to get slimmed down. What are we going to do? 1 thick? When you slim down?
No, it's still too thick, my friend. Still
Yeah.
too thick.
It's
You're right. I'll give you that. It's a lifestyle. I guess I don't know enough about the Jared Allen lifestyle. I just remember him being on the Chiefs and doing like the Hogan thing. So yeah,
He wasn't doing
and then not producing as a Bear.
He did not.
He would get a sack, and he would do this after a sack.
He's rodeoing like the cattle. That's why he's Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
83. That is very true. It is a very tough episode for Manny over here.
No, this
hey,
is bull-
but Fanatics owns everything. Fanatics owns everything. Even the chat, the super chat knows Manny's on some bullshit, but it's all good. Hey, chat, calm down. Manny's my son. I'll discipline my son.
This is
83.
bullshit. I'm in a blender right now. Well, do you have any topics, Jeremy? So I could shit on?
Well, cocaine. We're a couple weeks away from Cocaine Bear, which is a big deal in our household.
Yeah. Do you guys have plans? What does that mean for
We
you?
do.
Are you excited?
We're very excited to go see Cocaine Bear. The plan is we're going to take an Uber there. We are going to partake in some adult activity, and we're going to have to take an Uber home. So I plan on making a scene inside the IMAX of Cocaine Bear.
I can't wait until
Man,
have
I rocked you. I threw you off your game. You're rattled. You are rattled, kid.
That was your
He's
goal
done.
today, I feel like your goal today. And here's the card that Jeremy was talking about that he got me. Thanks.
Bam. Ooh, checkerboard. Netherlands, your guy. Oh, look at that pristine. Ooh.
I hate
Here. Let me pull a Manny. Hey, here's the cow farmer. Yeah, he's 112 pounds, but it's a lifestyle. I know you don't like this guy or collect him, but here's.
Oh my gosh! If I would have gave you anything, if I would have gave you a $500 card, you would have shit on it. You'd be like, oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, you would. It's fine. This Cocaine Bear, I hope it's the greatest movie of all time. So you're happy.
Thank you. So do I.
Yeah, and if it's not, I'm going to laugh in your face. That was my biggest burn ever. I hate how you have a straight face. You threw me off my game. I'm rattled. I'm sweating now because I was just.
Do you see at the beginning of the episode when I told the story how the bikers beat my ass?
Yeah.
How I closed that story. How I closed that story, and I said, "Mr. Biker, 110%. That was my fault. I shouldn't have been in that situation." You face a little bit of adversity, and you're like, "You did this to me. You did this to me." Quit playing the fucking victim, man. Quit playing the victim. This is the hobby. There are no victims in the hobby.
It took you 20 years to realize that you weren't the victim. So I don't want to hear it. When we were in the car to ship or Skyline, you're like, they beat. I shouldn't have been in that situation. It's all their fault. Blah, blah, blah. So I want to hear it.
That's why I am a very progressive, awesome man. And I remember that movie. Courtney, do you remember that? We were at a movie theater, and it's like deathly silent, and all you can hear is like the paws of the bear in the snow, and then Leo is just getting destroyed by this bear, and there's some bum. So this is where I reached bougie status. There used to be this theater called iPick where you'd pay like $30, $40 a ticket. You get a waiter, you sit in like a lazy boy recliner, you can have drinks, and there's only like 10 people in the theater. Beautiful. Well, we had to go to a peasant theater where you're surrounded by mouth breathers, and there was somebody who brought popcorn from home, and there's no talking at the beginning of this movie, the Leo DiCaprio Cocaine Bear movie, and you just hear this person behind us like they're trying to rip the bag open slowly, but it's like super loud. Court, do you remember that? I hated that person. I wished ill upon them. Hey, dude, you were the one that said let's do a hobby night school. It can be anything and can go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's been everywhere.
Yeah, you don't give me parameters. I'm free flowing.
Yeah, I bet.
So no, I will say this. I am super excited for Burbank.
Are
We're
you excited?
going
Are you
we're
excited?
going we're going. I'm very excited.
Are you excited? You're
Dude,
not going. Are you
you're
excited?
rough. I don't
I'm
get
excited.
angry.
I'm
I don't get
excited.
upset. So Courtney's going to Burbank. Courtney's going. We're gonna go back up the Brinks truck at Chase. She's going with. Actually, we're not. No cash. Courtney will not have cash on her, but we're going to Burbank to buy. So I am legitimately.
Legitimately. Keep going.
I'm just letting you do your little thing and be done with it so we can get back to some sort of professionalism. I am legitimately jealous of Courtney because she's going there just to walk and just buy. And that's awesome.
How much money? How much? She lined up the babysitter. So does that mean you get the weekend to yourself?
It's going to be me and Big A tackling it.
Big A. Oh, and Butters.
Oh, Butterbull. So Butters has always been an on the bed dog, and so we bought the two other dogs like little doggy beds. Well, over the last couple of weeks, Butters is like started jumping off the bed and trying to sleep in the doggy bed. So we bought him two. We bought him one for our room and one for the office. And the sewer dog, the one that we rescued and gave life, stole the bed from Butters. And so I want to kind of put him back in the sewer for being disrespectful and not showing respect to Butters.
I feel like any dog or anybody in that household gets respect. It has to be Butters out of everyone.
Oh, I will make everybody stop and pet the dog and show respect to Butters.
That's insane. So when's Courtney leaving? What's the plan? What's Burbank? What's the days that is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
So Courtney will fly out Friday morning. She'll be there as the show opens, or like a little after they open. It's a long flight, and then she will fly home Sunday, and she'll be home just in time for the Super Bowl.
So okay, so she'll be okay. That's good. I'm excited for her. I hope she spends all your money and buys big
Not
Stranger
not
Things.
not.
Courtney,
This is
Courtney,
why this is why you're in the basement because you refer to your money as your money. I'm married to my beautiful wife, and it's our money. So
well,
she has
yeah.
the right to spend it just as much as she
You
wants.
just
It's
said
not my
she's not
money.
going to get
So let's
any
get
money.
that clear.
Okay, I hope she spends
I
all
never
your
said
guys'
this.
card money, all
Oh,
reckless
you are
card money.
tense. I was making it a point. You don't broadcast that you're walking around with $20,000 strapped around you. So that's why I backed it up and I said there won't be any
No,
cash.
you
We'll
said
operate via.
no,
Oh my, dude, you're shot, man.
no,
You're
you're
shot.
shot. I hope
Where
I
can the
hope she
people
buys
follow us?
I hope she buys a
You're rattled, kid.
20K Stranger Things 11 auto for the collection, for her PC collection, because she deserves it.
So do I. I'll post that shit on Twitter and get 19 likes and 7 more followers. I'll take the social media clout. I don't give a shit.
And you can follow us if you like this content and how Jeremy bullies me all episode on Thicc pod, 2_Thicc_pod on IG. If you're watching on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button if you like it. If you like our content, hit the like button. Tell a couple friends how mean Jeremy is to me, and don't bring up Fanatics to Jeremy is what we learned today on today's Live. And I hope you guys enjoyed your hobby release. We'll be back soon. Talk to you guys later.